Yeah, I wanted to start by talking just about the Fed tomorrow. Actually, it sort of surprised me, the bump in volatility heading into that, although we often see that. But, I sort of sit back and look at it. What surprise could there be, right? It feels like we all kind of know what's going to happen, but I guess people are still hedged into the event.
Well, if you think of like what has the Fed been surprised by? Can you show our monthly inflation tracker? A lot of that, I think that's a really interesting question, obviously, because it's the day before. What people will typically do, though, Jonesy, they'll just answer it within the last 3 or 5 days or maybe even month of trading. What's really happened here is that inflation bottomed right here, and it's going like this, right? That's what's really happened. Bond yields have done the exact same thing. Since they bottomed when we covered when we covered all of our quad 4 shorts in September and went from long TLT or long-term treasuries, because bond yields are falling, to short them. All bond yields in conjunction with that on the 10-year yield, the 2-year yield has gone up in kind, right? So Powell tomorrow, in all of his brilliance, is likely going to have at least some shift, because we're into a new year, we're into a new administration, where he acknowledges the economic data that got you there.
Yep.
I mean, we had a white-hot jobs report. You've had nothing really to be concerned about in economic data terms that we put into our model, the 30 features that get reported, so 90 different times in a quarter. And I think he's just going to acknowledge that. And acknowledging that means that, yeah, we're probably done on rate cuts. Now okay, maybe I'll do one more. But the language is going to change from how many more can you do to are you done?
Yeah.
And if it's objectively on the path of the data and markets. Now, if he wants to go on his own political path, then I won't be surprised, but I'm not set up for that. Anything can happen. But I think if he stays with, and I do think that there is political pressure to stay with the data right now because the data is going to allow Powell to not cut rates. And he's going to have to keep saying it. Like, look, typically we don't cut rates when inflation's going up and growth's accelerating.
Yep.
Even though the president wants me to, that's not what the data that we have. Now, it is sad and pathetic that it took him 3 months to actually say what I just said, but that's what I expect him to do.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.